Today, our agenda is very specific. Our goal, the reason that we do this webinar is we want to teach you so you will be enabled to formulate skincare and beauty product, both skincare and beauty, for consumers living with COVID-19. Basically, we ask the question, how to remain beautiful while wearing a mask? And we are going to show you several concepts. Our program contains the following. First of all, let's identify specifically the goal of the product that we want to make. Then I want to show you several examples that we got from all around the world. And this is really a unique global webinar. We want to show you a formula coming from Bergoglio in Italy, a hand gel. Another one is a spray from ABL in USA. We're going to show you a lip color, that kind of tattoo from Advanced Beauty Lab in US. We're going to show you a yogurt mask from Alpha Tech Science in Thailand, and a face sanitizer from MDK in Indonesia. So fantastic program coming up front. Stay tuned and listen carefully. Okay, what is specific the challenge? The picture talks and tell you exactly what's happening, but technically we have several issues. The number one is how to formulate with BKC, benzalkonium chloride. This is a cationic functional ingredient, and we typically use to work with non-ionic or anionic that are thickeners and also doing other things. And then how we can combine the function of one hand protection, on the other hand skincare. So we will show you a couple of examples and we'll go into the details. Okay, how do we fight coronavirus in general? At least in US, we know that there are two major ways that are approved by the authorities, and we take care of those. The first one is alcohol-based hand sanitizers. The alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, ethanol, and propanol, and other in the concentration between 60 to 95 are very effective to kill immediately, destroy any type of pathogen that we typically know of. So this is about alcohol. And we know also the negative aspects of using alcohol frequently on the skin. Alcohol dries the skin. Practically, alcohol damages the skin as well as damaging the pathogen. But when we are in danger, the most important thing is to protect us from the pathogen. So we use, for immediate need, alcohol. The other functional ingredient that is approved is the benzalkonium chloride, BKC or BZC, two acronyms for the same ingredients. This is an ammonium, a quaternary ammonium ingredient known to kill bacteria and viruses. It is being used in surgical rooms and other applications, and we are going to take advantage of this and use both concepts, alcohol and alcohol-free, for the reason I mentioned. In order to enhance the benefit, we use hydrosol technology. Hydrosol technology is based on submicron spheres of particle size about 0.1 to 0.3, in which the core is very porous, and that's where we encapsulate functional ingredients. It also has a nice shell that allows it to stick to surfaces. The center of hydrosol, example BKC, will be incorporated in the core. If we use other antiseptic ingredients, such as natural ingredients, they will also be incorporated within the core of the particle. Hydrosol typically is clear and liquid. What's unique about hydrosol, if you want to use it? What is unique, so you know? This is the only technology that allows for in situ encapsulation, which means the finish encapsulation, the final step of encapsulation occurs when you use it. So you don't buy it complete encapsulated. you buy it mostly encapsulated. And when you use it, you complete the seal and the encapsulation. So in Salvona, we encapsulate the ingredients inside the core. Then you use it, you expose it to air. The solvents, typically water, will evaporate. It's a natural process. By the fact that the water evaporates, the polymeric shell collapses and closes in the functional ingredients. And this is how we retain it for longer time on the surface. It doesn't matter what surface, any surface. The activation is very much based on exposure to water, moisture of the skin, water of a surface. This will degrade the polymer gradually and release. And you can see this in this short animation film. So this is, we start with, of course, the body, and we typically spray it, but we can apply it in any other form. So the material is the spheres. You see the core and you see the shell, and the active is always inside the core. Now, as it evaporates, the water evaporates and the polymer flattens. Still, all the ingredients are locked inside the core. This is the basic structure. Now, water will dissolve gradually the polymer, the polymeric shell, and now the material, the functional ingredient, can be exposed to the surface. It's a gradual process. It doesn't happen in milliseconds, not like alcohol. Okay, now the ingredient surfacing the skin in this case, or any kind of other surface. So in case of BKC, now we have BKC exposed, and the bacteria or the virus exposed to this immediately hit the BKC, and the BKC destroys the pathogen. This is how BKC and other actives are working. So what's the benefit for you and to the consumer when we use hydrosol in general? So you can see in these images, it will save you time, cost, and quality, and make many people very happy from the process. What do we know? Hydrosol is very easy for you to formulate with. It's compatible with most kind of thickeners, cationic, anionic, and so on. Of course, you have to, it depends also what is the functional ingredients. It's a cost-effective solution when you have difficulties in formulation, or you just don't have enough time to invest in developing a unique formula. The major benefit it gives to the product, it's better protection from oxidation. It gives an adhesion, you understand, because of the mechanism by which it works. It gives a time release, and it's triggered by moisture. These are the major benefits and why you should use hydrosol. Now, BKC-based products are very widely used. You see multiple products that are using BKC in the world, and they are known to be used. What you don't see here, BKC can be used for oral rinse. BKC is also used for eye droplets and many other products or many other conditions that you cannot use an alcohol. So BKC is a very good material as antiseptic material. And it's commonly being used in the world in different kind of combination, but it's water-based. Now, let's sharpen a little bit the application. What is the major issue that we have while we wear mask? So tight fitting of the mask is necessary in order to be effective, efficiently protecting ourselves and the environment. And because of this, we may expect the following. We may expect some abrasion on the skin. We may expect some redness just because of using it, irritation. So irritation also leads to a barrier disruption. All this can be handled with cosmetic tools, and that's what we're trying to show you. Specific issues, specific solutions. Another aspect of the mask can trap different type of oil, body oil, for example, dirt, sweat, everything on the skin. and it can lead into a breakout or flare of any kind of conditions like acne, like eczema, or even rosacea. So there are all kinds of outcomes by continuous using of the mask, especially when you're active working with the mask. So what do we offer to do? In the same time, there are other aspects, not so much health related, but beauty related. It's still a need of many people to look great. So they need the makeup to be on, the lipstick and so on, all the color applications. And while one wears a mask, obviously some of the color will be transferred to the mask and fade off the makeup preparation. And nobody like to spend, or maybe somebody, but most of the people may not like to spend too much time to repeat it and fix it all the time. So do we have a solution for keeping the makeup for longer? The answer is yes, just wait and see. So these are the issues that we are trying to understand and trying to resolve and give you suggestions on how to formulate some current exciting product with Salvona's technologies. And I will show you here 5 different concepts. Hopefully you will find interest in them and you will learn how to take them to the next step. Here is the first one. So the first solution is coming from Italy, from our friends in Bergalio, and you see them in the picture. In Bergalio, they are developing multiple formulations and they can support mostly countries in the European Union. They understand the regulations and all implication of any kinds of ingredients being used in the formula. So we work very closely with the Bergalio team, and this is what the team offered us to present at this time. This is a moisturizing and sanitizing alcohol-free hand gel, contains hydrosol BKC. So this is a very unique gel. It stands out from many other sanitizer because it has the double function, taking care of the skin from both applications, hydration, as well as the pathogen. So this is a very simple formula, as you can see, but it's a smart formula because it incorporates a variety of ingredients that addressing the specific purpose of the product. It's a completely alcohol-free, so it's a very skin-friendly. It doesn't irritate, dry the skin. So what is the formula? Here is the formula in front of you. And I would like just to pay attention to a couple of points. I know you will not remember the formula, but I will try to describe you how the formula is done so you will get the message, at least in the big picture. The small picture, the details are available on this webinar, of course. So you see that it contains over 60% water, and then glycerin, and then other ingredients. From the perspective of protection, it's using hydrosol BKC. So what does it have, and what is the steps by which we do this product? So the first one, we start with one container, one vessel for the whole production, which is a great solution and cost effective. The first step is to add water, okay? Then we add the glycerin. As you know, glycerin is a moisturizer, and also it helps to solubilize some ingredients and to lubricate the skin. Then, when this is all homogeneous, we add the pentylene glycol, which is a synthetic humectant. After that, when all is mixed together, hydroxyacetylfluorine is a synthetic antioxidant and skin conditioner ingredients. This is all at room temperature. And step number 5 is adding a conditioner, a quaternium 37 based quaternium to the system. So this is now conditioner and thickener. And number 6 and the last step is adding hydrosol BKC. This serves here as an antiseptic, antibacterial, preservative, all in one. So 6 steps and you have this product. Very easy to do. And now let's watch them how they actually do it.
Anzi no.
Okay, they speak Italian, I will speak in English. So, okay, so this is, as you can see, the first step of adding the glycerin to the water and waiting until this is all dissolved. Okay, slight mixing and it's soluble. Then we go to pentylene glycol to all dissolve inside the water. Okay. Okay, this is step number 4. Hydroxyethylphenol is added also, and everything now is mixed. Looks like the mixing takes step in 2 steps, at least in the lab. In the first one, using just a magnet propellant, and next step will be using a more intensive mixing. This is the emollient with the polyquaternarium 37, cetyl alcohol. It's a blend that they are using of 3 different ingredients. And now when this is beginning to suspend, then use the homogenizer and mix it all together. And in a few minutes, you will see how it's become thick. And it's already cationic, so it's ready to absorb the hydroxyl BKC. So you can already see the thicken effect, the thick product. The product is to be used as a rub-on gel onto the skin. Okay, now the hydroxyl BKC is added gradually, and it doesn't change, it doesn't break the formula, doesn't break the viscosity of the formula. It just easily added in. It doesn't change the color, the consistency. Perfect. You see how it looks? It looks great. So a little bit of application on the skin, and that's it. It's easily absorbed. And as you understand, hydroxyl BKC forms a film, and the BKC is going to remain there for some time. Okay, so the application could be a luxury kind of package or a simple kind of package. But all that it does, it's keeping the hands clean in it's a very easy way to prevent sickness and stop the spread of germs, in this case also viruses. We know from multiple studies that have been published that the use of a BKC rub-on, it's a very good hand sanitizer. It's as effective as hand wash with soap, if not even more. So definitely hydroxyl BKC has a value. From a rub-on, I want to move a hand sanitizing spray. What you see in the picture, on the top of the pictures, are samples that we produce free of charge for the police and other authorities of a hydroxyl spray. And this kind of product contains alcohol. It's a very interesting concept because we use both antiseptic ingredients, alcohol and BKC. I will have to admit that we know that it's killing the bacteria extremely well. It's what we call a super antimicrobial formula with moisturizer. It's super because it has the immediate effect from the alcohol, and it may have the longer lasting effect of the BKC. The alcohol does not kill or doesn't break the BKC. BKC is stable in alcohol in the hydroxyl formula. What the alcohol is doing, the alcohol evaporates and closes the spheres of hydroxyl faster than water. So it's able to retain more BKC. But we are very sensitive not to claim anything about the long-lasting benefits. It's understood, people can understand it, but we cannot claim because this is a different claim that has to go through the authorities and approval may take years. So this is a super antimicrobial formula. It keeps hands germ-free, okay, with this spray. As you know, alcohol kills 99.9%. So we suggest to carry this bottle with you at all times. Super easy to use, just spray the hands, let them dry, and you're ready to go. I would like also to emphasize this spray can be used for skin, but can also use for many other applications. For example, you want to clean the area in your office, at home, you want to clean up your shopping carts, or anything else that you would like to clean up. So this is a good product to carry with you. The formula, simple to do, only a few steps. It contains about 69% alcohol, about 15% water, glycerin, hydrosol BKC, and another technology, Salscent. Salscent is a technology to deliver fragrance. And what we are trying to do here is combine, synchronize between the release of BKC to the release of the fragrance. So you can smell that the area is treated and clean and protective. We're trying to synchronize the release of both ingredients. The fragrance is only a sensory benefit. That's it. The process is going on in 7 simple steps. So the first step is add alcohol to the major vessel. This is different from many other formulas that we show in which we first added water. Now we start with the alcohol, but we can also use water first. So alcohol first, water then glycerin. So this is going to be mixed for a couple of minutes, and then we simply add hydrosol BKC. After the BKC, we add the Salscent technology. And here is how to do it.
The first ingredient in our beaker in this formulation is ethanol, as we are creating a hand sanitizer spray. Next, we will add a small amount of purified water. Next, we will add a small amount of glycerin to help opacify the final solution. Now, we will be pre-mixing our hydrosol BKC with our Salscent technology. Our hydrosol BKC technology is encapsulated benzalkonium chloride, which is a disinfectant, and the encapsulation will help extend the release of that active. And the reason that we're mixing it with our Salscent technology is that the benzalkonium chloride has a bit of a nasty smell, and the Salscent can help to mask that, as well as solubilize the ingredient itself within the final formulation. Now that this mixture is uniform, we will add it. Now that all of our ingredients have been added together, we will check the pH and adjust if necessary. And this hand sanitizer spray is ready to go. This is our hand sanitizer spray formulation. As you can see, it is pretty watery, as any spray would be. It is not quite clear, but it is almost clear with a little bit of cloudiness. And this is how you would apply it to the skin, just a few spritz, and then gently rub it in between your hands. And the extended release should help protect you for many hours.
Thank you, Brian.
The first ingredient in our beaker.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Brian.
In this,
we move on. So this is a hand sanitizer spray with alcohol and hydrosol BKC and a fragrance technology. So the concept here is super antiseptic, alcohol also, alcohol and BKC, and a fragrance to make people be aware about the extension release. So as I said, it contains both alcohol that kills immediately and BKC technology that stay on the skin and protect for longer. It can be used for all kinds of skin and all kinds of surfaces. It does not contain triclosan, so there is no environmental hazards, and no paraben, no sulfate, no phthalate, and many other things, no. It kills 99% because of the contents of the alcohol. And it's a package, and it could be packaged in a small bottle, so it's easy to carry, and you can smell it for longer time, and you can spray it over different type of surfaces without causing any damage to the surface. So this is our hand sanitizer spray. I hope it gives you ideas of what you can do and how much you can extend the benefit to the consumer. At this time, I would like just to take a second and relate to some questions that I got. Hydrosol BKC typically contains 20% BKC. You need to dilute it to a level of 0.13% BKC, that's all. So you have a huge factor of dilution from the raw material that you purchase from Selvona. This is not the case for natural antiseptic. Hydrosol natural antiseptic is about 20%, and you use it at 0.5%. MIC is 0.5%. So BKC is a lower MIC. So you can calculate how much you would like to use in your formula. Now, how you reuse face mask? So some of the face masks are made of fabric. I don't talk about paper that you use and dispose, but fabric, you practically can wash them, and CDC, the authorities recommend to use them with a little bit of bleach. So, but a soap will do a good job. Now, what happens if you have a different type of mask? For that purpose, we recommend to use the hand sanitizer spray that I just mentioned to you. So here is another application for the hand sanitizer spray. So with this, we can move on into a hot lip color. This is something between a lip gloss and a lipstick, and you can use it in both, this technology. Let's say it's a lip color liquid, and it contains hydrosol color seal. This is a technology that you may not hear about it before. The simple purpose of this technology is to keep the lip color on while you're wearing the mask. So it's practically a long-lasting lip color that makes the color stay for hours. So you can enjoy a beautiful colored, shiny lips all day and even night without constantly reapplying. It keeps lips looking fresh at all time. Okay, here is the formula how to make it. The formula is much simpler than you think. Just look at this. First of all, it contains water. So it doesn't make the slip so heavy, like many glosses, for example. It's about 20% water, butylene glycol, glycerin. You can increase the level of glycerin to make it softer on your skin. You have a thickener, sodium carbomer, and hydroxypropyl cellulose. Then the technology used hydrosol color seal. This is based on acrylate polymers. In addition, we have to put a preservative, okay, and the pigment themselves. The pigment are suspended, and you can choose your own pigments, depends what do you want or what color you would like to feature. We can handle the product itself, but not the coloring. The production is based on 7 simple steps. Just go with me one by one. The first one is container with the water. It's all in room temperature. Then you add the butylene glycol, okay? Then you add the glycerin. As I said, glycerin, you can change the level. Right now we're using 1%, but one can use more. Then in a separate vessel, you dissolve the thickener, sodium carbomer with hydroxypropyl cellulose. Okay, you mix them in together. When they are mixed well, then you transfer the whole pack into the major container. Now, into the major container, you add the hydrosol color seal. It's a liquid, you will see it in a minute. And you finish by adding the pigments. And again, the pigments will be up to you. So you see 7 steps, pretty easy to follow, one after another, water-based formula, easy to stick to the slips and stay for hours. I want to mention, it doesn't have to be only stick. Anything with color that you want to adhere to the skin and keep it for a long time, this is a good way to do. So here is the formulation itself.
The first ingredient that we will add to the water is butylene glycol. This solvent will help to disperse the pigments that we will add later on. Our next ingredient is glycerin. This humectant will help to disperse the polymers that will be added next. The first of our polymers is sodium carbomer. This pre-neutralized thickener will turn the formulation into a gel-like mixture. Our second polymer is hydroxypropyl cellulose. This will act as a thickener and film former in the final formulation. Now, our technology, hydrosol color seal, will be added. This blend of acrylics helps form a film over the pigments that will help to reduce the transfer and general wear of the lipstick. Now we will add a small amount of preservative to help preserve the water. Finally, we will begin adding our pigments. Our first pigment is Sympholite Red Dispersion, and we chose this specific blend of red and white because it gives a very nice, vibrant, attractive red. You can choose your own blend of pigments to get whatever color you choose, but we're just showing one that we think is very popular. Finally, our white pigment dispersion will be added. And once this formula has been allowed to mix and there are no clumps remaining, it is ready to be packaged and ready to go. This is our red lip tattoo base. What this formulation will allow you to do is wear a lipstick under your mask, and there will be no transfer as our technology will help to seal in the color. Here's what it looks like on the skin. Just a small amount is needed to cover a pretty big area. And once it has evenly been coated, it should be allowed to dry for about a minute. Now that it has been allowed to dry, you can see that even though I'm pulling on it pretty hard, it is not transferring to my finger at all.
Great. Thank you, Brian. Good job over there. I thank all the chemists that were involved in the production of these formulas. I think it's a lot of fun that you can sit at home and see what's happening in different laboratories over the world with technologies and with creative way to form interesting product. So we're coming back to this hot lip color. And what we can say about this is it doesn't stick. There is no smudging. It's hydrate the skin as well. It's a long-lasting color lingering. And yes, it can be used in other applications. It doesn't have to be lip. It could be used in mascara. Somebody asked me, so I relate to this. It could be used for other kind of applications when you need a color to stay for longer. And you can see it's water-based. It's very easy to formulate, and you get a fantastic, unique product. It allows face painting, not only the lips painting as well. It's very ultra smooth and soft. Now, if you would like to further extend the wear of any kind of lipsticks or lip balm, we recommend to use hydrosal exfoliate. This is a technology based on salicylic acid, and it will help you exfoliate the lips and get rid of the dry skin. Then the skin will absorb the hydrosal color seal easily and stay for longer just because the skin now is smooth. So there are different ways to utilize technologies to enhance the product performance. Here is one. So I would like to move on, and this formula is coming from us from Alphatech Science. Great formulators in Alphatech Science in Bangkok, Thailand. They send us a yogurt, a musk yogurt, and they suggested a color of a strawberry, and we'll show you can use any color, of course, you want with any kind of marketing story that you want. But the point is, this is a mask that gives you a protection. It's using hydrosal natural antiseptic, and it's also using Sunsphere Even Skin. So it's a combination of protecting and a gentle exfoliation of the skin. Now, the base itself is very hydrating. So you have hydrating, protecting, exfoliating, smoothing, and soothing. Everything into one, and it feels great when you put it on your skin. So it looks like a creamy, dreamy, you know, nice combination of words. It works very well on all type of skin as a mask, and it's basically providing a very good deep hydration. It's formulated to help the moisture, to soothe, to protect, to soften the skin with all the benefits, ingredients that I mentioned before. The formula. So the formula is not complicated to do. It's only take about 8 steps. It's more than 90% water. So there is a huge concentration of water, and you understand why it's so great and cost effective. It has xanthan gum as a thickener, and a color. The amount of color is really minimum, very small amount of suspended color. And then other ingredients, including some blend of lipid ingredients that add to the moisturization, and hydrosal natural antiseptic together with hydrosal even skin. It's a preservative-free. Hexandiol is used as a preservative, but it's not considered to be a preservative. So this is kind of amazing that you can make a formula like this. So what are the steps of the formula? We'll start with the water phase regularly, and we dissolve the water. Inside the water, we use the xanthan gum and the combination of the suspended color. The color is, of course, water-based. So in a separate bucket and the side, start to dissolve the lipid phase, okay? And number 4, 5, and 6, when they need to be heated, as you can see, to about 75 degrees. When they reach the temperature, everything is melt, and the water is at the same temperature. Now you can take the lipid phase and add it into the water phase. At this point, you can start to cool down, and you can add hydrosal natural antiseptic. This is the first technology, and the second technology, which is the even skin. So you see 8 different steps. The technologies are added at the end of the process. In this way, everything is at room temperature, and the materials will be easily compatible. Here is the actual operation. So this is all the ingredients actually of phase A, which are the water, the xanthan gum, and you see the pigment. This is why I called it strawberry, because of the resembling of this color. But of course, you can do greenish with the cucumber and so on. This is the lipid phase. total lipid phase is about 4%. Now everything is melted to about 75 C. When they reach both the same temperature, the lipid is added into the water phase and everything is mixed together. It looks like a propellant mixer is sufficient for this type of materials. You don't need a homogenizer. Then separately, the two technologies can be added either separately or mix them and then add them. It's up to you. There is no actual difference how you add them. Okay, so it takes a few minutes until everything is blended together. And you add the pH 780 just to balance the pH. You want it to be about 5.5. And you're ready to go. So thank you for the team in Bangkok. You see the product, it looks like a yogurt, a strawberry yogurt in terms of consistency as well. Okay, so when you use this kind of product, you definitely get the nice color and the nice sensation, the texture on the skin. It's not running, it's stable on the skin, so you can put a good amount and people can feel the moisturization. We would like to look at this as an intensely hydrating mask. And why it's special? Because it's formulated with ingredients to boost skin's hydration. The mask helps smooth and the appearance of fine lines, blemishes, and imperfection. Of course, you can add other functional ingredients and expand on the same platform. It's rejuvenating the skin with light exfoliation of salicylic acid. This is sulfur even skin. It brings in salicylic acid as a chemical exfoliate as well as biological exfoliating like papain and bromelain. So this together smoothing the skin and reduce imperfection and also brighten the skin. It's definitely provide a good protection from the pathogen with the natural antiseptics. In this case, you really don't need any kind of additional preservative. The natural antiseptic will preserve it. Overall, it gives a very good skin feel, soften, it looks brighter and glowing. So this is the yogurt dessert. But the real dessert, or another dessert, let's say, it's a hydrating sanitizer with oil beads. It's a rub-on product using hydrosol BKC as an antiseptic. And it's a very unique, and it's coming to us from Indonesia. MDK Lab is a Savona exclusive representative in Indonesia, and they have a very nice group of chemists that offering solutions to the local market. And this is one example coming from Jakarta of a very unique, I think you will see the uniqueness in a second, how they use natural material, local, in order to provide a unique solution that not only functional, but also very visual. So the major interesting point here is the gellan gum. This is a natural gum from bacteria, actually. It's used in food, but what's interesting is that it has carboxylic groups, and at a certain pH, this carboxylic group can easily react with calcium ions, the same way that alginate works. And this is cross-linking the polymeric chains. This is called electrostatic cross-linking. It's not really a chemical bond, so it can be broken out easily. So this polymer can be used as a thickener on one hand. On the other hand, one can make nice beads. You can see in this beverage, you have beads that are natural and they can absorb or incorporate different type of functional ingredients. So what is the gellan gum? It's a kind of microbial extracellular polysaccharides. The function is thickening, it's gelling, it's stabilizing agent. Gellan gum has been used in the food industry, in medicine to make the soft and hard capsules, Now you can see the application in cosmetics, chemical industry, and others. So it's a food grade material and it's offering very interesting properties. The formula. The formula allows us to use a lot of water, definitely, and it requires about 6 steps to make it happen. And I would like just to show it. The gallon gum is used at a very small concentration, 0.05. Of course, you can use more, but it will be thicker. Propandiol is the solvent here. Calcium chloride is the cross-linking agent. That's what makes the chains connect. It's used at 10%. And calcium also is very good for the skin for anti-aging properties. But in this case, the major application is cross-linking of the polymers. Hydroxyl BKC used at 0.25%. And other ingredients like polyethylene glycol that used to suspend the hydroxyl BKC. And a very interesting complex, it's called super moisturizing max, which I will talk about this hydrophobic, hydrophilic blend. I will talk about this at the end. And what gives the color is a natural carrot oil. It contains beta carotene. That's what's interesting. It's only 0.5% and it does a great job. Here is the formula in terms of process. I remind you, 6 simple steps. Okay, so we have 2 containers, vessel A, and you have more than 2 actually. Vessel B, then we have vessel C, and even D. Okay, these are small vessels that used to mix, and then we add everything into A. So A contains the water and the sodium citrate. This is the basic. Then the gel and gum with methyl propandiol is mixed together in B. And when it's already mixed together, after heating it a little bit, you need to heat until the polymer becomes fully hydrated. And when this is done, then B can go into vessel A. Okay, let's move to vessel C. This is where we solubilize the calcium chloride with water to the needed concentration. Then when this is soluble, we mix it back to A. In D, we start with hydroxyl BKC and the propandiol and the PEG 40 and water. When this is all mixed together, we can take D again into A. Okay, this takes some time until it's all mixed together. Not a long time because they're all very much compatible with each other. Then we look at step number 5. We add the super moisturizing max, SMM, and I will explain why we add and what does it do in a minute to our product. The last step is adding carrot oil, the beta carotene. So these are the steps. And now we go to see how they do it in the lab. So this is the first step, adding the water and the sodium citrate. Okay, this is all mixing. And as it's mixing, we can prepare other aspect of the formula. Okay, now we put the polymer, the color gel. Mix together with the propandiol. Okay, maybe you need to wait, heat a little bit. It's all mixed together. Now we can add it back to vessel A. Okay, it takes a few minutes to get a homogeneous, clear solution. And heat definitely can help. I will not exceed 60 C, but a little bit of heat will help with the hydration of the polymer. The polymer, of course, coming up dry. Okay, now we move into the calcium chloride solution. So it's already calcium chloride diluted in water and the concentration required by the formula, and added as the product is now cooled down gradually. You have to mix it. If you don't mix it, you will not have the beads. You will see at the end, you get some very nice beads in the formula. Okay, now we add the hydrosol blend D. Okay, hydrosol very nice suspended. It is already suspended, but they decided to add some other ingredients, PEG and so. And the last step is a few drops, you see, of carrot oil. That's what give it the color. Now it's go back to mixing. This is high mixing, and look carefully. You can see the beads in the product. Now, I am sorry that it went so fast, but here you can see on the left, you can see this is the original product, and one can make this type of beads in color or without color, or different color. So this product contains beads, a visual aspect for the hydrating sanitizer with the oil beads. So what does it contain? It contains antiseptic, of course, BKC, but the super moisturizing mix contains two important ingredients that worthwhile mentioning. It contains hyaluronic acid, which works within the skin to increase moisture levels deep down. This is the purpose of hyaluronic acid. The second one is polyglutamic acid. This actually increases the production of natural moisturizing factors. These are peptides, acids, minerals that naturally increase the moisture content, okay? And so they work together to improve hydration. We know from many studies that combining polyglutamic and hyaluronic gives a very good results and enhance the elasticity of the skin. So it's a very valuable combination. Either you take it from the blend or you just add them separately. Another additional materials, another material that was added is a lactobacillus filtrate. This is a probiotic ingredient. It also helps to soothe and maybe some anti-aging properties. We are not sure. A botanical extract, sebum, SSBE, is an extract from a perennial plant that is very much distributed in Asia countries, and a traditional material that supposed to help with inflamed skin. So this is the story of this botanical. All these are added into the formula in order to make it hydrating and soothing the skin. Very nice product from Indonesia. Thank you for MDK. Okay, so summarize, time is over, unfortunately. I've shown you here, with the support of the Global Friends of Solvona, 5 different concept products. The first one was a hand gel for rub-on using hydrosol BKC from Bergalio, Italy. The second one was a hand sanitizer spray with alcohol using hydrosol BKC and salt scent technology. And I just remind, because somebody asked me, the salt scent is supposed to extend the fragrance. So you smell it, you know the area is treated and washed well or treated well. This is coming from ABL in US. Thank you for Brian. The hot lip color is using hydrosol color seal. It's again from ABL Labs. And this is to extend the lip color and don't let it smudge by the mask. Then the strawberry yogurt mask is using hydrosol natural antiseptic and Salsphere even skin, coming from Alpha Tech Science in Bangkok. Thank you for you guys. And the last one was a hydrating facial sanitizer or rub-on containing hydrosol BKC, and this is coming from MDK Indonesia. I want to thank everybody in Italy to help us, in US, Thailand, in Indonesia. And I'm ready to feature other examples. Just let me know. So to summarize, you experience now 5 different product concepts with Salvona's technologies. And I hope you find that all are using very best of Salvona's product, and they all are easy to incorporate. That's why I want to show you that. Simple steps, which doesn't require a huge amount of mechanical power and special equipment, and you can make very functional product that can be easily commercialized. The product that we shown are practical, they're solving a specific need. They are current. Right now, we need this type of product, and they are cost effective. Therefore, I suggest you try to use them. And of course, stay tuned, because next week we will have some other concept with products such as this. I wanted to mention, for those that are not interested to learn how to make product, they just want to use a product, which is okay, or people that are interested to create their own brand, we suggest to contact ABL. Advanced Beauty Lab is a company that can make finished product for you based on Salvona's technologies. The contact information is at advancedbeautylabs.com, or easily to contact Jeff Gohau at 609-270-9359. All the information is on the website. I would like to thank you very much for your participation. You can get more information in www.salvona.com. Here is the contact information. You can contact the office. We have a 24/7 telephone service. Anytime you can call. Doesn't matter where are you in the world. We will take your call and we'll process it as soon as we can.